Hi guys, we're back, and we're back because I thought it might be fun to do a reading on the information war that it says that we have going on right now, keeping things hidden from us. So I've angled the table so that I hope that you can see the layout a little better. And I think that's just what we're going to do. We're just going to ask the universe what else it wants us to know regarding this information war. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to shuffle the cards and we'll see what the universe has to say. And then, because I always like to end things with a positive affirmation, I think we'll end it with the little fairy. We'll end the reading with the little fairy positive affirmation today. And then if I get a feeling that we need to end it with something else to go with it, we will. Right now, that's what I came up with. So I tend to just do what I'm feeling pulled to do. So I started these readings over a year ago now because I felt intuitively pulled to do it. And I started putting them up on Facebook. That's how it started. Just for my friends on Facebook. And I just looked at it as one of the things that keep me calm in the storm and just calm and at peace and not in fear is my faith, my guidance. And I thought, well, if I could share something positive with my friends, just on Facebook, I'm going to do that. So I started there with a daily pull that turned into 3 cards. And then when it did that, when it turned into the 3 cards, because they had fallen out of the deck and whatnot, and so we roll with it, right? Instead of just the one card, we were doing 3, and I just couldn't upload it. It just couldn't upload it to Facebook. It just wouldn't upload. So I ended up having to create the YouTube channel so that I could upload to that and then copy that and put it onto my Facebook pages so that I could continue on with the positive pull. And I did that every day for a while. And then I just felt like we had gotten the message, you know what I mean? I felt like that was it. We had gotten the message. And so rather than doing a daily poll, I decided it might be fun to do the moon readings, the full moon reading and the new moon reading and the equinoxes and the solstice, the winter solstice and the summer solstice. So I moved on to that just to keep us, to give us something to look forward to know the energies that are at play, to be able to put our best foot forward and see what type of guidance and advice we're getting from the universe. And the last few readings that we've gotten, the universe has been telling us that we've been deceived and there's been information held. And I figure if the universe has given us these hints, that we might as well roll with it and maybe do a deeper reading on what it said. It said at first, the couple readings back, it told us that we were having information withheld deliberately to keep us stagnant and and then it was done knowingly. And so then with the next reading, we got you've had information withheld from you. You've also felt that. So they told us, and then we got you've been feeling it, it inside. And then when we, just for fun, decided to do the retrograde reading, We got what's keeping us from our dreams right now. Like what's the holdup? Because we got the wishes coming true. I mean, it was an incredibly positive reading. But what we got was that information is being withheld from us, and there's like a war going on around that. There's an information war. There's fighting. So I thought, you know what? Let's go into that a little deeper and see if the universe wants to tell us a little bit more about this information that's being withheld. So it did tell us a couple readings back to keep our eyes peeled, that information is still being hidden, but it's going to come up from the up to the surface, right, and be revealed. And I think that's been happening. We've been seeing that, haven't we, in different areas. If we're not just paying attention to just the mainstream news, we've been seeing information come up. And we've seen that, like for me, there were things that I was trying to share. I was being censored. And now I'm not being censored as much. Like they're not censoring me as much. So I do feel like some worms are turning. And so I feel like we're just gonna ask the universe to give us more information around the information that's being withheld from us, and see what we get there. I don't want to, I want the universe to kind of guide us into what it wants us to talk about today. So asking for more information about the information that's being withheld from us. Okay? All right, so let's check it out. Ooh. All right. Can you guys see these? I'm going to, I did the angle. I'm a little further away. I did the angle. Really hoping that you can see the layout. Might have to move back a little bit so that you can. So I'm back further, but I really want you guys to see these cards, okay? So this is interesting. So I said, what can you tell us about the information that's being withheld from us, right? Okay, first card pulled. Can you see that? I'm back further, so it's a little bit harder for me to get that up to you. But it's the Pentacles, it's earthly. And if you look, because Pentacles are earthly pleasures. Look at it that way. So Pentacles are assets, earthly pleasures, things well-grounded to this earth, right? So, just think of it as earthly pleasures, earth, the physical, okay? So if you see this, there's a little imbalance going on. Do you see that? All right. So there's a lot over here. See this? There's a lot over here and very little over here. Do you see that? So there's an imbalance. There's an imbalance absolutely in this. Okay? So the information that's being withheld from us the reading starts off saying, you've got a major imbalance. And this is deliberate. This is the deliberate imbalance, taking more. So there are some people at the top, right, taking more, not wanting us to know about things, right? Keeping things withheld from us. All right, the imbalance. Now, the second card that goes with this is the information card, secrets. Okay, so we have, what we have here is sort of a stealing of assets. Okay? So you have people in power, with money and power, stealing assets, keeping information hidden. Okay? So this is where the universe is starting us off. All right? Keeping information hidden. See how? Because you've got your swords. Swords are words, thoughts, information, ego. Okay? So there's hidden information. They're keeping it hidden because it keeps them in power. It keeps them in power. It keeps them, the powerful, keeping everything to them, keeping everything else here imbalanced. Now, how do I know it's nefarious? Because the cause of it, right? So I pull these cards with that question and say, what is it? What's in between it? What's the cause of it in this particular reading? The shadow side of things, okay? So this is an ugly little card. It's not a nice card. It's nefarious. So we have people in power. They're hoarding, right? We know that they're hoarding because they started out giving us this, the hoarding, okay? So they're hoarding. Looks like they've also got some bad habits because this is also the addiction card, okay? All right. So nefarious deeds, right? Nefarious intentions, because they're hoarding things that keep them in power as long as they can keep things hidden from us. All right. So now remember, it said an information war. There is fighting going on, right? There's fighting going on to keep us in the dark and to keep information hidden from us. And there is fighting going on to release information and to try to get things out to us. So we're in the midst of an information war. Okay? So what lies above these nefarious critters, and I'm going to call them critters, because anytime that you're greedy and you're just trying to create a situation for your own gain, in my humble opinion, you're not worth much. So definitely nefarious. All right, so what lies above them? What lies above them? We have the Page of Swords. So who is fighting with them, right? So we have something nefarious, and then the nefarious deeds keeping us bound, right? And then who's fighting them? So we've got the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, when you think of a page, when you think of a knight, you think of the knight being full in, right? More mature, but it's the life and the journey. You're living the journey. So when you think of a page, think of something that is the spirit behind it, the energy behind it is just a little bit younger than like when we've hit knighthood. Okay? So the Page of Swords, it's a brave, the page is always like brave. It's like new, learning, brave, figuring it out, trying to figure out how to tackle this. Okay? So we have someone or somebody's, right? Somebody's that are trying to figure out how to tackle this in a way that works for us, right? How do I know they're still trying to figure it out? It's like making a move and always trying to decipher how they can work this the best for our own good. How do I know this? Because beside that, we have breaking new ground. Okay, so this is the Wands, right? And if you look at this, there's a bunch of wands already in the ground. So in this gallant fight to get the information to us, to start creating a world that we really all dream about, which is a better world, right? We all want a better world. I mean, no matter what our dreams are, we want our children and our children's children and on and on and on to live in a better world than what we grew up in. That's basically what every normal human being wants for their family, a good world for their children and their children. So we have a bunch of these wands that they've been put in the ground, right? Because these guys are fighting for us to know the truth about things, right? So there is a fight going on. It's gallant, it's brave, and they've managed to get little pieces driven into that ground. So some information is out there. We just probably have to hunt for it, but they've managed to get some out, okay? But now there's still more to come, right? And they're going to break new ground with a new idea, a new way of trying to get more information out to us. We're really living in a time where I think information is it's really going to propel us forward in a lot of ways. There's a lot of information that's going to come out that will allow us all to propel forward in a lot of ways, okay? So it's a gallant fight. It's, they're coming up with a new strategy all the time because this is a page, right? And they're breaking new ground all the time, but they are getting things done. There's a lot getting done in the background that we may not know about or see or hear about, but there's things getting done in that background. And every day they're breaking new ground, new ideas, fresh fight. And we're kind of seeing the worm turn. We are seeing the worm turn. We're seeing a little more information come out. Things are happening. Things are happening. Now, I know that this is a gallant fight and really a noble and worthy fight because we have the King of Wands, okay? So at the end of those cards, what lies above all of this is the King of Wands. And let's remember that the King of Wands the wands are earthly, they're an earth sign. They're driven by fire, right? So passion, okay? And it's the king. Kings are always mastery, right? It's like there lots of knowledge, lots of wisdom. King of Wands especially is good intentions, very good intentions, noble, very noble, and wanting the best. And it's a lot to carry, but he carries it with strength and good intentions and loving intentions. And that's really, that's what we all aspire for in our own lives, right? To be able to go about this journey in the best way possible. And this is people working behind the scenes with those intentions. Okay? So noble intentions, very noble intentions, fighting the good fight, coming up with a new strategy every day, breaking new ground, okay? To help get information out to all of us, to help get all of the secret information out. Away from these nefarious jerks that are feeding us a bunch of disinformation and straight up lies. This is like straight up lies. And it's all for their own gain. Follow the money, follow the profits. It's all for their own gain. So very, very, very nefarious deeds going on. And we know that. We were told that this is all being done deliberately. And so the outcome, okay, the outcome is the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight. So remember, we've gotten this before. This is gallant. So this is going to be the outcome, because our wishes are going to come true. the outcome is like this, it's gallant. It's you're living in a good life. Remember, Pentacles, earth sign, right? Grounded in the earth. So that's our physical life here, right? Knight of Pentacles, we're riding on that journey. The journey hasn't ended. We're in it. We're in it. So that's the outcome right now. The outcome right now, they're showing us very practical. We asked a practical question. Give us more information around this hidden information. And they're telling us basically, we have somebody with really good intentions, some buddies, really good intentions, breaking new ground, fighting the fight, gallantly fighting the fight to create more balance in this world for all of us, because we have some people who are hoarding things for their own gain, keeping information from us, and really up to no good, okay? So these aren't the greatest people. Yeah, we got some nefarious deeds going on. So let's elaborate on that, okay? Let's look into this just a little bit more. So I'm going to shuffle a little bit more, and we're going to ask for a little bit more information on the outcome. We want to see just a little bit more, don't we? A little bit more info on that outcome. How are we doing? How quickly are we approaching? How quickly are we approaching that outcome? Like, I know that no journey happens overnight, but are we getting closer and closer to good things? Because I've certainly felt it. And my guides, if you've been with me all this time, my guides have been saying blessed change. They told us a year ago, over a year ago, when those 3 cards fell out of the deck that morning, and you know, they told us a way of life has ended. It was not working, and we're going to go through some stuff, but it was going to bring about a blessed change. And we have gone through some stuff, and we're going through stuff now. I'm looking out there going, wow, things are getting better, but also some things are getting more crazy. So let's see. Let's see how close we are. I gotta move my statue. Let's ask, how quickly is this outcome going to arrive? Because when you look at this Knight of Pentacles, he's very relaxed, right? He's looking out over the world. He's gotten to a place in the battle, in the fight, in the journey, where he can be like, yes, this is nice, and just look out over at all the horizons. Like, it's like an open book, you know? It's like at this point, we will go about our lives with more ability to create, I believe, whatever we want, because you're looking out over this peaceful landscape after having done your battle, right? Yeah, and it's earthly pleasures. Remember that. So that's our lives here on this earth. So, all right. So let's see what this tells us about maybe how far off we are from here, right? Okay. Ooh. All right. So what we have here is the 2 of Pentacles. So again, we've talked, I'm sorry about the glare, you guys, but it's later in the evening that I'm doing this reading. It's my lighting, I'm sorry. So we've talked about the Pentacles. You know that that's an earth sign, that's earthly pleasures, that's assets, that which you deem important to you, if we were doing that type of a reading. But we're elaborating on some things, right? So you look at this and you see that there's a juggling going on, right? So can you see that? And back a ways because I wanted you to be able to see the layout. But there's a juggling going on. And if you look in the back, you can see that there's some waves and some little boats. It's like trying to, right now it's like in motion. It's trying to create that balance. And sometimes it tips further this way, and sometimes it tips further this way. And what we end up doing is being a little bit stagnant. So this is like a major arcana. This is the Hanged Man. And what that means is lulls, right? So, yeah, lulls. Like, we're working hard and we're hoping for this or for that, but something happens and you get caught up, you get hung up. So there's some lulls. So it's saying not in a big hurry, like keep projecting those positive outcomes, but something major came up that's slowing things down a bit, but they're still working towards it. Let's elaborate a little bit more on that, shall we? I think we should. All right. So, again, it wants us to stay positive. This reading, our higher guidance, our God, our guides, the universe, right? That which loves us, wants us to stay positive because we once again, we just got, in elaboration to the outcome, it's as we're getting our dreams. Like, this is not a quick process. It can't be in order for our dreams to come true. So be patient. Be a little bit patient. There's some things going on that created a bit of a lull, right? But information is being dropped out all the time. We know that, little drops. So we need to seek that out, right? And stay focused on this, that this is going to bring upon our wishes. This is going to bring upon our wishes. This is going to bring upon our wishes. And we got this right beside it. So generally the Queen, in a regular reading, the Queen of Pentacles isn't always that lovely, okay? She can be real selfish, okay? But because she was well aspected with this wish card, right? Wishes coming true. When I asked, in regards to this outcome, how much longer do you think we would have to wait? And to elaborate on this little bit of juggling things back and forth, right? So when it elaborated, it's basically be patient. If you look, the Queen is holding the pentacle. She's out there, right? She's by herself. She's out there. She has the assets. She has a water source. There's greenery. There's beauty around her, right? So that's what we're headed towards. So we just need to hang in a little bit longer because we're going to start seeing positive outcomes, blessings. We're going to start seeing blessings. So yeah, we just need to, this is what we're moving towards. There's just been a little bit of a lull, but our wishes are coming true. There's going to be more opportunity in life. Like, things are going to be nice. Yep. Yeah. Communities are even going to be coming together more. Like the old days before cell phones, remember? All right. So, yeah, there's a battle going on right now. As we were told last time, they're juggling it. They're trying to get it to work. They're working really hard, juggling this. Okay? So, and we've gotten that a while back. There's things going on behind the scenes to help us all. So we got to keep the faith, know that our dreams are coming true. But the fight is going on, you know. There's nefarious people who are greedy and are doing things for their own benefit. Like these people, yeah, follow the money. Who's get the money, right? They're keeping things hidden. Yeah, nefarious deeds, even some addictions. These people probably addicted to power, addicted to money, addicted to feeling almighty, and, you know, other things as well. So, yeah. So there's stuff going on behind the scenes to create more balance in our lives. So we can hold tight to that. And until next time, I don't know when that will be. We'll see. We'll see what I'm pulled to do tomorrow. Very interesting readings we're getting lately. Maybe I'll do another one tomorrow. We'll elaborate a little bit more. All right, until then, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this little insight on the information war. And yeah, have a blessed night. Remember to keep your thoughts positive and see blessed outcomes. Wishes coming true. All right, enjoy.